Hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome to Spiritual Psychics TV, streaming live to you here via YouTube with your fortnightly edition of Collective Consciousness. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Please do let us know where you are watching from, what part of the world or indeed what part of the UK you are viewing from this evening here, guys. Please do note to interact with us mediums here this evening. You will need to subscribe to YouTube in order for you to join the live chat, which you can probably see is going on just below the graphics on the screen right now. Whilst I'm talking of comments, please do be aware that when you place your comments and interact with us mediums here, it does have a 10 to 15 second time delay. I'm getting tongue-tied already, and those of you that know me know when I get tongue-tied, I've got spirit coming in already. So please just do be conscious about that 10-15 second time delay when placing your comments and us indeed receiving, and vice versa. As always, please do like and share us out there to your social media platforms. It's a simple process for you to do. There's a swirly icon arrow just underneath here. If you click on that, it will allow you to copy the link and you can copy and paste it onto your social media formats. So dead easy, and only takes a few seconds to do there, guys. So please, please, please do like and share and give us the thumbs up if you do like what you're seeing. Again, just in the box below there. This is a public forum, so do be conscious that any comments you are placing will be viewed by all members of the public. So we do advise to use discretion when you are placing them at all times. So let's have a few hellos, Richard, and then we can bring my lovely guest medium onto screen here this evening. So I can see that we've got Lindsay Bate joining us. Good evening to you, Lindsay. Thank you for joining and spending the next hour or so of your time here with us this evening. The lovely Linda Webb is also with us. Good evening there, Linda. How are you, my darling? Thank you for joining. And Sarah Matthews as well. Good evening to you, Sarah. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening. Hello, Terry. Good evening, Bill, Kate, Richard, and everybody. Well, good evening to you, Terry. And the lovely Sam Pert, Psychic Medium. Hello there, Sam, my friend. How are you? I hope you're well. Helenez. Helenez. She's here because she's a good friend of our lovely Kate, who's joining me here this evening. Good evening to you, Helen. It's lovely for you to join us here. And Vitrina Faldry, you are saying good afternoon, upstate New York. First time watching Bill. Well, you are so very welcome, and thank you very much for joining us here on SPTV. Hello there, lovely Veronica Jenkins. How are you, my darling? Thank you for joining us here. And Lauren is also saying, hey, Bill, Richard, and everybody. Good evening to you too, Lauren. Hello there, Tracy, honey. How are you? Lovely for you to join us here this evening. And Hazel Harrison's also saying hi there, everyone. So good evening to you. And Cheryl Burdenyak, good evening to you too, Cheryl. And Kath Lithgow, good evening to you, my darling. Thank you so much for joining us. Also, we've got Jeanette Edwards joining us here. Good evening to you, Jeanette, as well. And Blueberry, I am also watching for the first time. Well, I'm very, very grateful for you to be here with us, Blue. Thank you so much for taking the time out to be here. Chris Agent is also saying good evening. Also, good evening to you, Chris. And Sam Hem is also with us as well. Good evening, Sam. Wow, there's lots of you with us, so it's fantastic that we've got so many of you here with us. Thank you very much for being here. Lots and lots of new faces I can see popping up here, just like our lovely Sue Parsnip Merriman, who's just popped a comment up saying hi, Bill. So good evening to you, and also the lovely Trevor Morley. Thank you so much. So before I go on and do a few more hellos, I'd like to introduce our lovely Kate Green to you here this evening, because I think it's only fair that we should bring her on screen, and that way Kate can also say a few hellos. She is nervous, everybody, so be lovely and be kind to her and send out lots of love and light, because that's what we like to do with our lovely community that we've got going on here at SPTV. So with no further ado, let me bring our lovely Kate Green onto screen. Hello there, Kate. How are you, my lovely?
Hello, Bill. Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's
Nice
lovely
to
for you to
join you.
join us.
Thank
Oh,
you.
God bless you. So, Kate, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, because I'm sure they're all intrigued to know a little bit about you.
Right, so obviously my name's Kate Green. I'm from the Lancashire area, so I hope you can all understand my accent. Yeah, I'm a mother of 3 girls who were all mediumistic, so it's very busy in our house, very busy with spirit in our house. Yeah, I've been sitting in circles for about 7 years after I got seriously ill and had brain surgery, so it seemed to progress from there. And then I've started working platform about 3 years ago. So I'm coming into my 3rd year now of platform and demonstration work. Yeah. So
Wowzers.
yeah,
So you've had a bit of a journey then, haven't you?
yeah, a very long one, but it's all for a reason, and I'm just happy to be doing it. I'm just happy to be doing it, and happy to
Wonderful.
be here as well.
It's great to have you here with me this evening. Now, we do need to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and how you work. So it's probably
Okay.
best for you to explain rather than me placing it on here secondhand, so to speak. So let everybody know at home the style of how you work with spirit, Kate.
Okay, so I tend to work, I do see, hear, and feel throughout the message. So I tend to use all the clues while I'm working. I just say to Spirit, bring the information, however it is easiest at that time. They will take me in the memories and place me there. So I will have to describe to people what it is that I'm seeing so I can get that across to them. My link is quite fast and I find it very odd to slow down. So especially with lives, they're a little bit different than demonstrations. So I'll just try my best tonight. I'll try my best to slow it down.
Well, everybody will be absolutely appreciative. I'm sure they're going to love you because I've seen you work before and I think you're absolutely fantastic. So you've had the heads up, everybody. Formula One fingers on the ready when you're responding to whatever it is with the information Kate's bringing through from a loved one that she'll be connecting with here this evening. So, Kate, do you want to say a few hellos to some people? Because I can see that they're acknowledging you there on screen.
Oh, hello, Shelley. Shelley's seen me at pool. We went to pool, lovely church. Hiya, Helen. Love you. I call her Glitter Queen. Glitter Queen. Oh, my friend Lisa. We run Eternal Spirit Online and we have our own church. So, yeah, that's my friend Lisa. Steph. I need to where Katie's from. Lancashire. I'm from Lancashire. Hiya, Steph. Hiya, Paula. I've met Paula on Zoom, I think. Hiya, Rebecca. Hiya, nice to have you here. Hiya, Nikki. I know Nikki. Hiya, Yvette. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. And Lindsay, hello. Loretta Rose. That's a nice name, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Hiya, Hazel. Nice to see you. Hiya, Marie.
So it's so lovely that all of these lovely viewers are giving you such a receptive welcome, Kate. It's wonderful. There's such a beautiful community here on SPTV. But if we stay and say hello to everybody, we're not going to get no mediumship done, are we?
No.
So should I start things off this evening by working with my first link, and
Yeah,
then once I've done so, I'll hand over to your very capable hands. How does that sound?
Fine with me. Fine with me.
Perfect. Okie dokie. Then I'll see you back here in just a few minutes. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome, my lovely. So thank you once again, guys, for being with us. It's lovely to have you all on board on Collective Consciousness, a show that's purely dedicated to mediumship, where we stream live to you fortnightly, bringing a different medium to the platform every time. So there's always a little bit of difference that goes on with the show. So thank you once again for being here with us. I am going to start opening up and working with my first communicator here this evening because they were making me a little bit tongue-tied, as you all saw. As you see, we're going again. As you all saw at the beginning of the beginning of the program, this gentleman that wants to conjoin his energies with me. The first thing that he's doing with me, he's making it very relevant for me to understand about me being confined. to a wheelchair, because he's placing me into a wheelchair as he actually starts to make his communication and his link with me here. So I know that I have to understand that this wouldn't have been a permanency, it wouldn't have been a permanent thing, but I would have been confined to the wheelchair even more so towards the end of my life here on the earth plane before I crossed over and made my journey back home to spirit, you would understand. He gives me a great sense. He gives me a great sense and a great understanding that I need to acknowledge him as a dad and also a grandfather. So I know I've got a dad and a grandfather link that's actually starting to blend and build his energies up here with me. He makes me want to shrink in my frame, so I know that he's smaller than me. I know that he would be sat around, or stood, I should say. I'm saying sat because he's making me feel like I'm sitting, God love him. I know if he would have been stood, he would have been around about 5'6", 5'7" in height. So I don't want to be particularly tall with him. I do know that I've got a loss of hair, and I know that I've got a loss of hair on the top part of my head, especially as he blends his energy with me. But I do feel quite rounded with this gentleman as well, as he starts to try to change me characteristically and physically within my body at this moment in time. I know with him as well that I've got a very soft demeanour, okay? But there's also an extreme harshness that he needs me to understand with regards to the way that his character changed towards the latter part of his life. And this was purely down to a lot of frustrations where he couldn't do the things that he was so used to doing, and he had to be so much more reliant on others to help him. He keeps showing me now as well, as he's starting to blend with me, one of those hoists that would be used to take me from the wheelchair to the bed. So I know that I need to be bringing that part of the information through as well, you would understand. Did that just get heard there, Richard? Did you hear that noise? Okay, sorry, I just heard a really funny noise. That's obviously me, I'm hearing things. So Nurse Wright, this could be my dad, needed a wheelchair at the end and had surgery to head. Okay, my darling, please do just converse with me again through the comment section if you can understand some of the other information that he's been bringing through, and you're now saying I can take all of this. So that's absolutely fantastic. So I will continue to work on the vein of this message with you, if I may, my lovely. Okay, you would understand though the real reason why he's actually just wanting to make this communication here with me this evening. One is being the emphasis with regards to this change of character, to this change of the personality of me, okay? Because I'm feeling quite remorseful as he's actually explaining this to me here. So I feel as though I need to be coming forward with an apology, okay? Not that that's needed. He makes me understand not that it's needed, because you have a great understanding. You have a great sense of mind and a great forward thinking mind, he tells me. He tells me that your mindset is very similar to his, actually. I do want to be saying that the apple's not falling too far from the tree between the two of you, you would understand, okay? But he just does want to put the emphasis on this change of character, okay? So I know that I need to be bringing that information forward for you here, my lovely. The other thing that he's doing with me as well, he's actually wanting me to count. He's getting me really tongue-tied. I wonder if you can understand that there would have been issues with this gentleman with regards to actually being able to converse, okay? Because I'm getting very tongue-tied, and as he's doing this with me, I'm getting frustrated as well, okay? But what he wants me to do and what he wants me to bring forward here, and I know that this is some type of memory link that you would understand and associate to. He wants me to count the pennies, and he wants me to count the 2-penny coins, and he wants me to put them into the money bags, and I want to be counting them up in pound denominations and placing them into the money bags, you would understand. So I know that there would have been these scenarios where I feel as though what I want to be doing is I want to be emptying out a big glass jar. He's just showing me a big glass jar, and I want to be emptying all of my coppers out, all of my bronze out, you would understand, and I want to be sitting there and I want to be counting it, and I want to be making it into pound denominations. I can see that you're responding by saying lots of people say that you are like him. That's fantastic. Thank you for just validating that information there for me. I wonder if you can relate to the reason why he's actually just bringing forward me wanting to count all of these coins at this moment in time. And I do feel, as I say, that this is some type of memory association. that he wants to place within my mind here at this moment. Okay, I'm also feeling as though I need to be relating to the months of April and August. Okay, he was intubated and unable to speak to us. That's why I was getting frustrated and mumbled and fumbled, and I couldn't get my words out. So thank you once again for validating that information there for me. God bless him. Okay. Okay, let me just go back to what it is that he wants me to continue to talk about here. All right, because I just want to with him at this moment. I just want to be talking about the months of April, and I want to be talking about the months of August as some type of relevance. You would understand, if this isn't with you, then this would actually be with him. He did this, but you were also having money problems as well. Okay, my darling, I knew that there was a reason why he was actually bringing that information forward for me. And he was also an accountant. Oh, wow. How fantastic is that? It's lovely when spirit work with us like that. And they give us just these little bits of insight, of information that we can then just pass over to you. And it just opens up a bigger can of worms. Okay. Blueberry, everyone is having money problems in pandemic. Absolutely, Blueberry. We all are. But there is a relevance to the reason why this gentleman has brought through this information for my lovely lady, and this information she totally relates to. God bless her. So this is of a significant part of information that she would actually understand why this gentleman is actually conjoining his energies with me and talking to me right now. You're also saying that April was when he got ill and his funeral was in August. Thank you very much for validating that. Again, it's lovely that they give us these specifics that you can actually relate to. And I always say to Spirit, if you're putting me out on the public platform, please make sure you're giving me the correct information, because I don't want to look like a blonker. So it's lovely that he's actually just brought that through there. Also, family birthdays in April and also in August. Wonderful. Thank you very much for taking that information there for me. Do you know what I also want to be doing with this gentleman? I actually just want to be sat in front of the television, and he's making me want to actually watch the Grand Prix. He's making me want to watch like motor racing. So I don't know if this would have been a favourite of his to do, okay, but he's just placing that into my mindset as he's actually communicating here with me right now. So if this doesn't relate actually within the physical sense, then I need to understand why he's placed that in a symbolic fashion to me. So again, I will be very patient and wait for you to actually just converse and just feedback the response to the reason why he's done that there with me. Okay, I do feel with this gentleman as well that I would have had a prolonged build up to my passing, because he just makes me feel as though, you know, I had a real struggle and I had a real fight on my hands. But I also need to acknowledge the fact that he's telling me that he knew that it was his time to pass over, and rightly so, you would understand. Okay, thank you. God bless you, Nurse. Right, it's spot on. You would understand about him just, you know, acknowledging that it was his time to cross over and not being scared of that as well, he tells me. Okay, so I know that there must be an element of a great spiritual awareness, if not around him, but with yourself, you would understand, my darling, because I just feel as though I'm being consoled, okay, to the build-up of my passing. I feel as though I'm actually being conditioned within my mindset, and I'm being settled within my mind. So I have a great understanding that I am going on to a much more beautiful place than what we actually experience here on our earth plane as we know it. So again, please do just let me know if that information relates with you there, please, my sweetheart. Okay, what I like to do before I send your loved ones back off up to the angels, I always like to work in the vein where I get a gift for you, because they make such a tremendous amount of energy and effort to conjoin with us and bring these messages forward. I just love to be able to give you a parting gift for them, whether that be within the physical sense that something has already exchanged, or indeed it's something symbolically that they want to place within my mindset. Oh, I can see that you're saying definitely struggle and fight. He was tired out. Thank you very much, my darling. He did just make me very conscious of that as he was doing so there. I need to just bring forward as well for you. I just need to be bringing forward some lemon meringue slice. of cake that he's just placed in my mouth. It tastes absolutely divine. Okay, so I know that there would have been he would have been quite partial to a little bit of the lemon meringue, you would understand, please, because he's just brought that forward and given me the taste of that in his mouth. He made his peace with all. That's lovely. That's absolutely lovely. Again, thank you so much for confirming the information that he's working so hard with me to bring forward. So I understand, because of this link and the way that he's working with me, I feel as though with this gentleman, I wouldn't have actually come through as strong in a reading before, you would understand. I feel as though I'm having to work hard with him to get this information out of him. So whether or not this was a very recent passing that you can understand with him, okay, or indeed that this is one of the very first, I feel as though I want to say the first time that he's actually made this connection, his favourite lemon meringue. Oh, God bless you. So please, again, just do let me know about that. I want to get you your gift from him before I send him back off up there to the angels. And do you know what? He's not placing anything of significance within like a physical sense into my hands like spirit often do. What he's actually doing with me, he's actually just making my face beam right now. You can see that there's this amazing smile that's on my face. And I do smile, but I don't smile a lot. Well, my children tell me that anyway. But you would understand, he's just placing this great big smile on my face. So I know that he's just bringing in this happiness that he wants me to be encompassing you with right now. Okay, he wants to be embracing you with lots of upliftment, and he also wants to be bringing a lot of love through. Yes, he passed in the last 18 months. That's why I'm working that little bit harder with him, just to get the information. Thank you so much. But please just do take his love. He's made this journey here this evening to make this connection with you. I feel as though it's very much needed for you at this moment in time. I understand that he's actually answering your questions as well, and you would relate to what it is that he means by me saying that to you. You have heard just once before. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to leave his love with you, Nurse Wright, and I'm going to say God bless you, and thank you so very, very much for allowing me to work with you this evening. God bless you. Thank you. So, lovely, Kate, I'm going to hand over to you now.
Oh.
The what, Richard? Okay. I've mentioned food live on air. Oh, no, they're not talking about food on the live stream, are they? Let me pass over to our lovely Kate.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Bill. Okay. As I'm connecting here to the spirit world, I do feel like I've got a mother energy coming forward, and she keeps saying, I want to talk to my daughter. So I know this lady, as she comes forward, she's slightly taller than me. So I'm around 5'3", so this lady's just slightly taller. I also know she's thinner than me, because she's just told me that. So I know this lady would have lost a lot of weight before she passed to the spirit world there. I also know with her that there's something going on with the throat as well before she passes. And I do know that I've got some medication there that will help me with my throat issue, is my feeling too. Okay, this lady would have passed in a hospital, that's fine. And then I know she brings, whoever this is for, she brings the dad as well. So I know the mum and the dad come together. Now, I would say this man isn't much taller than the lady either. They're very much together though. I do feel like the man went to spirit first and the lady went afterwards, is my feeling as well. Okay. And then I know as I go to the dad there, the dad, I do know with him, okay, that's fine. I do know with him, I'm very aware of him having a problem with his legs. There's an issue going on with his legs before he passes to the spirit world as well. And I know also, that's okay, I also know with him, he's talking about his left leg in particular. So I know that is a problem for him too. He would have had a stake, but only in the latter stages is what he's saying as well. That's fine. I know I want to talk to my daughter. He keeps saying it as well. So I know there is somebody here tonight who's mum and dad I have here. Okay, that's fine. I do feel like whoever this is for, Linda can take this. Whoever this is for, I do feel you would have took them out together. I do feel like there's hospital appointments. I'm Paula. I do feel like there's hospital appointments and you would have all gone together, because I can see 3 people. and I want to say this, but I know they're not just one hospital we need to visit. I feel like there's, oh, he just said 4. He said there's 4 hospitals they need to go to for different things. Is me feeling as well? Okay, that's all right. So then I know as well there's quite a lot of family in the spirit world, and the grouping together here, because I'm aware things are going on for someone on the earth plane, which is private. I won't give you private information out, but it's just so you know that they're coming forward tonight, because you've not only asked them to, but for the support as well, you know. Okay, that's all right. Now your dad's just told me that at 10:30, I'm struggling for words now, at 10:30 this morning, you would have been talking to your dad in your mind there, and he's just saying, I've heard you. I've heard what you've been saying, and I've heard your prayers. And he's very aware of them as well. Okay. And he's just said to me, my hand wasn't very good. And as I've asked him which hand it was, he's telling me it's his right one. As I'm looking at it here, I do feel like there's some bruising on it, or there's some of those purple bruises on it that he would have had before he passed to the spirit world. But I'm very aware that he would have also had some sort of medication running through his hand, is what I'm aware of with him too. That's fine. Okay. Now, your mum's just said my house was lovely. She's taking me there. She's very proud of it. And I do know that she would have looked after all the things very well. That's fine. And I know as she walks me down to her house, I'm going down the path to the front door here. There's a little bit of a porch as I'm opening the door. Okay, that's fine. And then I know that it's a white door. There appears to be a white door. Okay. Just bear with me 1 second here. And I know it's like a panel at the bottom of wood. And then I know I've got glass at the top here as well, you know, in little squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares of glass there. As she's taking me in, I know I have to lift my leg up to get in a little bit. All right. And I know I want to be leaving my shoes there as well. To the right-hand side of me, I keep seeing like a spider plant or something. It's been very well looked after, and it's in a white pot, is what I can see too. That's fine. And then I know there's like little stones around the bottom as well. She would have put in the pot, your mum. Looked after it very well. She's telling me she had it for a long time. And then she just said to me, from the 80s. So I feel like it's a cutting of another plant. That's what she's saying too. All right. Now she's taking me in the front door, and as I'm opening the main front door there, it smells of cleaning. It smells of air freshener, and I can smell washing and things like that. You know, very clean as I'm walking in. Very lovely. She's very proud of this. She worked very hard, is what she's telling me as well. She just put a cloth in my hand and said, clean the skirting board. So I feel like she was fussy over that too. You know, very spot on with things, is what she's showing me as well. And I know to my right-hand side, there's a radiator with like a little ledge on the top with little ornaments, is what she's showing me as well. I do feel like the stairs, as I'm looking, are on my left-hand side going up, and everything appears to be white, like a white sort of colour. So I know then it's, you know, there's not, I don't want to say it's like overdone with a lot of ornaments. I feel like she placed things specifically where she liked them, is what she's telling me. Okay, she said to me, come to my kitchen. So I know as I'm going in a kitchen here, it looks like a kitchen diner actually as I'm looking. And then I know then that's fine. I do feel like the kitchen's on the left, and the diner and the dining room table is on the right there. And I do feel there is a big window where this dining table is. Okay. And then she's taking me to the middle of the table, and I feel like there's something there that you would have bought. I want like an ornament, something to do with crystal, is my feeling as well. Okay, and I want it right in the middle. It's not a fruit bowl because it's too posh to be a fruit bowl. I don't feel she just would use it for that. I feel like I want special things in there, is what she's showing. Do you know what? I want jewellery in it. She just placed, she loved the plants. Oh, bless her. Okay. She just placed a jewellery in this like crystal bowl here. So I feel like she would do this, you know, when she was cleaning or things like that. Take my rings off and I'll put them in there as well. And my watch, she just said on my watch. And then I know there's some sort of cupboard behind the back of this dining table there. And then I'm opening the cupboards, and she's showing me around. And as I'm opening it, there's like a click. So I know it would do that rather than like a self-closing thing. It's not. It makes a click as I'm opening it. And it looks like a brown unit to me. It looks like a brown wood unit. I want to go in the end cupboard here. One. So I've got a cupboard at one side, 2 sets of drawers in the middle, and a cupboard at the end there. And I'm pulling it open. As I'm looking in, I know there's loads of paperwork in there. And I feel like there's something, your birth certificate would have been in there, is what she's telling me as well. Obviously, going back to when you're younger, is what she's saying. And then she just gave me the year 1963. So I don't know whether you can take that year as a date of birth or a wedding or something there, but I know I have to give you that. And then I know I want to give you the January month as well. And I want to come around the 18th with that too. Okay. She's telling me as well, when she was here on the earth plane, she would have lost somebody at Christmas time. She's saying she would have lost somebody at Christmas time. So Christmas was never the same for her, is what I want to say too. Okay. She's sending you lots of love. All your family are. But it's your mum who's talking to me now. And she's saying she's sending lots of love to you. And Linda, and she's really pleased to talk to you this evening, is what she's saying as well. That's fine. Okay. Okay. So then she just said to me, Linda, that I want to say she's been through quite a lot. You know, I do get the feeling that she sort of knows how to do this and she's quite used to it and she enjoys it. But she's saying she comes through a lot for you, or tries her best to talk to yourself as well. That's, I know I have to say that. The name of Anne has just been called out. Joan. It sounds like Joan as well. Okay. And then your dad's just told me about Jack in the spirit world as well. I do feel like he's met up with him. I can hear a song being played here. So I'm just trying to catch. I'm definitely not singing it. No way. Okay. So, you know, that White Cliffs to Dover, that's the song I can hear. And it does appear to be on like an old record player. The ones that you used to have to pull across, that's what he's putting it on. So I feel like he would have had that record there. And he's telling me there's connections in his family to the military also, is what I want to say to you too. Okay. And I feel like there's some medals belonging to his family that you've still got, or a family member's still got as well. Okay. His brother is with him in the spirit world. So I want to give you that as well. So that will be your uncle. And then I know the name of Ken. He's been shouted over and over from spirit too. So he'd like to be remembered to you as well. Okay. I keep seeing a number plate here. I just have to say to you, obviously it's not, they don't bring through anything bad. It's not for that reason. It's just for more evidence for you. Somebody's got an R and a V in a number plate. And I feel like your dad is quite good with number plates. I feel like he would remember things like that, and phone numbers as well. You know, he would have a good memory. But then your mum said he wouldn't remember birthdays. So he can remember all that other stuff, but he can't. Joan was her friend. Jack was my dad. Right. Okay, dad. Right. Okay. So I know your mum's laughing and saying he never remembered birthdays. She had to do that. It's what she's saying too. You've still got a birthday card from your mum and dad, haven't you? So that's what they're bringing forward as well. And it will be like a bouquet of flowers on the front, is what she's showing me too. And it will be signed, all my love, mum and dad. And that's what I want to leave you with. There's so much love for you, Linda, in the spirit world. Please know they're around to support you at this moment in time. So I'm going to leave you with the love. Thank you very much for connecting. Over to you, Bill.
Oh, that was such a beautiful, beautiful message. Well done, Kate. That was so lovely. I was absolutely engrossed sitting here watching. It was beautiful. I'm sure that Linda will be absolutely thrilled with that message. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, God bless you. Right, so who else have we got here with us this evening? We've got the lovely Steph Ayres. Linda's just giving you a bit more feedback, saying very true. Chris Agent saying great message.
Oh, thank you.
Michelle Rhodenite, trust me, to get on here the moment you're all talking about food. Hi, everyone. You're right there, Michelle. Do you know, it's all about grub and something else, and I'm not even going to go there and say that word because it'll make my hair go curly. But you can all cut it out tonight. Pamela Roger. Good evening, Richard, Bill, and Kate, and everyone in the chat. Thank you for joining us there, Pamela. It's lovely to have you with us this evening. Mags D is saying hi. Amy Hughes, that's my lovely niece. Hello, Amy, my darling. How are you? Kelly McKeaton. Kate, do you want to say a few hellos as well while you're there?
Yes, I can do, yeah. Hello, Kelly.
Okay.
Hello, Kelly. Thanks for joining us. Hello, Ben from Northumberland. Oh, it's your son's, Rachel, your son's account. Hiya, Rachel. I do that with my children's accounts. Hiya, Kim. Good evening. Hiya, Nikki. Thank you. Thank you, Shelley. That's lovely. I can't pronounce the name, Bill.
Katrina Faldry saying, very good, Kate. I knew you'd do great. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, wonderful, says Cheryl Burdenack. See, those
Oh, it's really
nerves that
nice.
we have, those nerves that we have when we first come on, before we come on, they're
Yeah.
good nerves to have, aren't they? Sue
Yeah.
Parsnip Merriman saying, super Kate. There you go.
Oh, thank you, Sue. Yeah. You're all right once you get the first one done.
Oh my goodness! Then my niece, she said, "I don't want to hear it, Uncle Bill." Well, I'm going to say it. My niece and I had a conversation, and she watched the playback of the paranormal experience we done in the studio, Richard and I, a few weeks back, and it frightened the life out of her, to put it in a nice way, because we had lots of activity in the studio that evening. So we had orbs, and we had a toy cat ball that was flying across the studio floor. We had cushions that were falling over. But she, with her private eye investigation type of character that she has, decided that she was going to enhance the images and the video footage, and she actually brought forward like an image of a gentleman that was stood behind the sofa when the cushion went over.
Really?
So she slept with the lamp on that night. Yeah, so off of the back of obviously this discussion, Richard's come up with the idea that he's going to have a tinker about with some of the equipment that he has with the video footage, and we're going to do a special one evening where he's going to enhance lots of images and pictures with what happened in the studio that evening, and we're going to talk everybody through it, and we're just going to relive the experience with hopefully different evidence that didn't come to light on the night, and share that with everybody. So that's something still to come. So we'll keep you posted, guys, as and when that's coming out. Christine Marius, lovely message, Kate. So we've got lots of lovely people on here, Kate, that are giving you so much support. So that's wonderful. Kim Burns said, "Oh wow, Bill, amazing." Yeah, it'll be absolutely great. So let's see what comes off of that, guys. Righty ho. Richard, I'm going to start working with my next visitor, if I'm able. We've still got Kate with us because she's frozen on my screen. Ah, okay. Ah, she's there. Yeah, that's okay. All right. All righty. Good. Rightio. Okay, just before I start, hello, Diane Redmond. It's lovely for you to be with us. God bless you. Thank you for joining us here. I'm feeling really nervous at this present moment in time. And the reason why I'm feeling really nervous about this communication link is because I'm blending my energies with a young lady. And as this young lady is actually starting to converse with me and making herself known to me, the first thing that she's putting into my mind, and she's making me feel very uncomfortable and uneasy, is she's talking to me about tablets, and lots of tablets. And I feel that these tablets would have been a significant part to my passing before I made my journey back home. So she's just making me conscious about lots of tablets being around me when I passed, and she's making me feel very. I know she keeps touching me on my head. I feel what I need to be doing is making a connection with somebody. If I'm not making a connection with my mum, I need to be making a connection with somebody that knows my mum. Okay, because she's just calling out to me, and she's talking to me about mum, and she's talking to me about there being lots and lots of tears around mum, and she's just made my note drop down as I've just spoken about that, and we've been talking about paranormal activity. I want to say with her that as she starts conjoining her energies and she starts blending with me physically, I feel as though I have a very delicate frame with this young lady. I feel with this young lady that my frame is very, very slim. It's very, very slender. And I just want to say that I am no longer experiencing what it was that I did on the earth plane. So I know that I need to be emphasizing about how wonderful and how beautiful it is that I'm on the other side, that I'm on this side and I'm making this communication link. And she just comes in with such a burst of loving energy and a beautiful vibration about her. I just need to be bringing a little bit more essence of her forward as she's communicating with me, because I want to be quite timid with this young lady. I want to be quite timid. I don't want to be very loud speaking with her as well, you would understand. In fact, I don't want to talk an awful lot. Okay, I feel that she's just trying to make me understand that when she would have been on the earth plane, that she would have been one that would have been within herself. Okay, and she would have been quite happy at being within herself as well. I understand that, you know, she would have maybe have locked herself away somewhat within her own room because she would have preferred a lot more of her own company, God bless her. And that's what she's just bringing forward at this moment in time for me to be relaying to all of you beautiful people that are watching here this evening. She does give me a sense of a build-up of anxiety, as I say, and nervousness when she was first actually conjoining her energies with me. Okay, so I know that this sensation and this feeling that she's placing upon me now would totally relate with mum. So whether mum's watching or whether indeed I've got somebody who knows mum, you would understand that she's making me be very conscious and aware of this anxiety that still is around mum at this moment in time. As I say, I want to be very slender. I want to be very thin with this young lady. Okay. I feel as though what I want to be acknowledging is dark hair with her, and I feel as though I want it to be sat just around my shoulders, you would understand, with this young lady as well. But I do have quite heavy eyes. I do have quite heavy puffy undersides to my eyes as she's actually just taken me up into the characteristics of her face. I have a great loving connection with animals. I love animals. I love everything to do with animals. I love everything to do with wildlife, especially. Okay. I know that there would have been family pets within the home. I feel as though I need to be acknowledging a cat, and I feel as though I need to be acknowledging a ginger and a white cat, because she's making me better. She's just placing these colours within my mindset as she's doing so. So I wonder if there's anybody, Richard, that can relate to this information at this present moment in time. Okay. Are they all still talking about food? Okay. All right. Okay. So, yeah, let me just continue to work with this lovely young lady, because she's made this effort to make this journey and to make this connection with me here this evening. So I know that there must be somebody that can understand this information. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'm just going to continue with her, Richard, until somebody steps forward. And again, if there's anybody that's watching that's not actually in the live chat, you do need to subscribe to the channel in order to converse with us here at SPTV. So please do subscribe to the channel. It will only take you a minute or so to do. I just feel as though this message will actually reach mum. She just makes me understand about this message reach mum. So I know somebody will take it who can place this message and relay this message back over to mum. Okay. I feel with this young lady as well, what I want to be talking about is the month of January as well, because she takes me just back a month. So she's making me understand that January would have been some type of significant month that the recipient can relate to and understand here as well. But again, she just keeps placing this build up of this anxiety around me. Okay. And this a lot of woe, there's a lot of sorrow that I want to be saying, that I need to just give mum the reassurance that, you know what, I've crossed over and I'm absolutely happy. What she's doing with me is she's actually communicating. She's just running through fields, and she's just taken in all of the beauty of what there is that's around her. She's fully encompassed her journey over into the spirit world, I need to say. So again, please, if anybody can take it, please do let yourself known, because, as I say, I was feeling very nervous about bringing this information forward, but I knew I had to do it because I trust my guide team, and I know that there will be somebody that can actually relate to this in whatever way you possibly can. And I'm not going to break out in the sweat thinking, oh no, no one's going to take it. Somebody will. Let me just get a little bit more information, because I feel as though what I need to be saying and acknowledging is the name Vicky or Victoria. So I know that that would link around this young lady, or indeed with the recipient, who can understand that. I'm not saying this is her name, but it's a name that she's called out that I know will be of some relevance for somebody to actually take here. So Richard, again, is there anybody that's taken it? Because I don't want to send this lovely young lady back up to the angels without somebody being able to embrace and take this message for me. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'll just work on one more last piece of information with her, and if nobody can take it, then sadly I will send her back off up to the angels, in hope that there's somebody that's watching that's not actually subscribed to the channel that can actually take this information. Loretta Rose, my aunt's daughter passed, and my aunt's name is Vivian. Would you understand, Loretta, with regards to the reason why she's brought this information through, why she was making me conscious of there being lots of tablets around her towards her passing, please? Because I know that that was a very important part of the information that I needed to pass over. And that would fit in. I mean, you're saying Vivian, I got Vicky or Victoria, but hey ho, let's just see what it is that you can make of the remainder of that information. You would understand about the frame of this young lady, and about how she would have actually have liked to have kept herself concealed within her own room, within her own environment, and this love that she would have actually have had for the animal kingdom. Again, I do have to re-emphasize about the wildlife, because she's just playing the bird song in my mind. So I know that this lovely young lady would have loved to have taken a wander, you know, through like woods, because she's just showing me like woods, and listening to all of the call song of the birds, and just embracing everything that there was that surrounded me as I went on this journey, you would understand. So again, I just need to be patient whilst you converse with me in the comments box. There, please, my lovely. Because I just need to re-emphasize the information that she's bringing forward with regards to she's absolutely happy, she's absolutely at peace, and she's made her journey over. And I feel that that's the most important part of the message. I'm not sure that because I've lived states away at the time, but yes, she kept to herself a lot. Okay, all right, let me continue to work for you. I knew that somebody had to take this message. I knew that somebody had to take this message. Okay, so I'm going to just get her to just come forward and just give me a little bit more information. What I'm going to try to get her to do, as you're taking the link, is try to get a bit of a personal message for you, so you know that this will totally relate to you. But I do need you just to watch this playback at some point, or indeed play this playback to her mum, so that this message can just get across to her, so that she knows that she is eternally at peace, please. God bless her. Okay, let's see what it is that she's bringing through for you there, Loretta. Okay, because okay, because what I want to be doing with you is, for some reason, I just want to be taken to a deck of playing cards, and a normal natural deck of playing cards. Okay, and what I want to be doing is I want to be building a house of cards. Okay, I think that she's showing me this in a symbolic fashion. I don't feel as though I need to be doing this with you on a physical sense of the link, you would understand. Okay, she's building me a house of cards. Okay, but what she's doing is she's actually extending these cards, and she's building it to go taller and taller and taller. So I know that what she's trying to do with me here is she's trying to make me understand about the emphasis of me wanting to be expansive within my home around you. So indeed, if there's not something going on where we're actually extending the home, I want to be moving into a bigger home, you would understand. Okay, I will. Thank you for doing that, my darling. Thank you. But I just feel that this is the information she's just making me understand. It's almost as though I want to go up, you would understand. I want to go up. I don't want to go out. I want to go up, because she's just making me go higher, as she's making me understand why she's placing these cards upon me at this moment in time. Again, what she's doing with me, she's just giving me a little bit of a feeling and sensation. She's impressioning me somewhat, as spirit often do when we need to be sending healing out to the recipient. And I know that again, she's taking me down into my back area with you, so I know that I need to be sending healing out to you and asking the healing angels to come close and be sending healing to your back area. I feel as though I want to be going around my kidneys as well at this present moment. So again, I hope that that relates, and if it does, then we will certainly ask those healing angels to come close and to place that healing where it needs to go right now for you. Also, what I want to be doing is I want to be clearing my throat. You probably heard, she's just making me coffee. So I know that I need to be talking. I know I need to be talking to somebody about my frustrations that are going on around me. She's making me feel frustrated. I feel as though she's placing an emphasis here with one other person, one other individual, where I feel that I need to be speaking a few truths here. You would understand, okay? If I've not already spoken these truths, Loretta, yes, you've had backaches. Okay, my darling, and I'm going to ask those healing angels to come close and place that healing energies where it needs to go, and that extra support for you that you need right now. Okay, but I need to be clearing this throat. She's just placing it back on me again. So I need to be getting something off of my chest. I feel as though there's one other. I feel as though I need to be going and leaning towards the male species, you would understand here as well, and just putting somebody right. Okay, I just feel as though I need to be putting them back on track, you would understand. So that's what she's brought forward for me, just so that we can have this relation, so that we know that this link was correct and that it was connected with you, in order to pass her information over to Mum. So before I send her back off up to the angels, I'm just going to ask her to give me a parting gift indeed for you. Okay, and it's really funny what she's doing. She's brought forward for me she's brought forward for me a cactus. Okay, but what she's doing with this cactus is she's actually showing me these beautiful coloured sprouting flowers that are blooming off of this cactus. And I want to say that yes, you absolutely understand that. Thank you, my darling. You would understand with this cactus that I want to be seeing these flowers in the violet colour, in a violet purple colour. I feel as though what I need to be talking to you about is a violet flame, and you having a great understanding about the violet flame and working with the violet flame. And that's the reason why she's brought this cactus through, and she's placed that colour in my mindset, because she just wants to talk about the violet flame and your understanding of the violet flame. So again, please do let me know through the comment section if that actually relates to you. But that was your gift that she's brought forward here. I know that she's made me work incredibly hard this evening to get this information forward, and I am truly grateful to her for doing that, because we need to be pushed as mediums. We can't become complacent. So I'm going to leave her love with you. I will just watch out in the comments to make sure that you can relate to what it is with the gift that she's brought through, and I will pass over to our lovely Kate to do another reading here. So over to you, Kate. Thank you very much, my lovely.
Thank you, Bill. That was lovely. And you told a story as well, so that's nice. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Okay, I do have somebody's grandmother here from the spirit world who's coming forward. She's quite a feisty lady. She stands at the side of me. She's definitely somebody you'd want on your side, this lady. She's rolling her sleeves up, so I know that is her personality. She's telling me she had problems around her stomach area before she passed, but I feel like it's gone to other places as well. So I feel like several things going on with her before she passes to the spirit world with this lady. Okay, I want to say she's around my height actually, and I know she's very fussy about her hair. So I feel like this lady would want her hair doing all the time. It was something that she enjoyed, and she's telling me she used to go every week to get it done. So I feel that is part of her life, that's what she enjoyed doing. Okay. Now I do feel like this lady would have lived on her own for quite some time. So I feel like her husband passed to spirit first, and she were on their own for quite some time before she passes to the spirit world. But she's saying, oh, my family was around me, so I wasn't on my own. That's what she's saying too. Okay. I also I also want to acknowledge with her, so I definitely want to talk to her granddaughter here, because that is the feeling that she's giving me. Okay. And then I also want to acknowledge where there's quite a lot of family as well in the spirit world too. They just arrived on a coach, so there's quite a lot of them coming to talk to whoever it is they want to speak to this evening. That's fine. Okay. Now, this lady does bring her husband forward, but I feel like the relationship between them, I want to say he thought he was in charge, but she very much were. That is my feeling as well. Tracy, honey, sounds like my nan, Kate. Okay, just work with me here a minute, Tracy. Let's see if we're in the right direction. I do feel as well, greatest to respect, I do feel like she's quite bossy with him. So I do feel like she would have told him, but he always thought he was in charge. That is my feeling there. And he's telling me he always had money in his pocket as well, So I know he always had change in his pocket. Okay. What I can see is, okay, he's pulling out like, it's not a wallet, it's one of those like leather pouch things that, like you get from Spain or something. And as he's opening it, there's change in there. So I know he would always have that on him, is my feeling as well, because he's telling me it's still here. Now, Tracy, if this is for you, I do feel there is a photograph of you and your grandmother here that's still here on the earth plane. She's telling me it's in a cupboard somewhere, and I do feel it's in a tin box, is what she's showing me as well. All right, so I do feel there is a photograph of you together. Yeah, she loved having her hair done, and she lived on her own, bless her. Okay. I also want to acknowledge, okay, she won't let me leave this tin box, so just give me a minute here. I do feel there's a lot of photographs in this, and I know they're all different shapes and sizes, and I do know there's some black and white ones, and then there looks like there's some like 70s style ones, is what I'm seeing too. Okay, yes, lots of family spirit sounds like that. Okay, that's fine. So then I know there's lots of different shape photographs in this, is what she's acknowledging. All right, and I know then that's all right. Oh, Helen, it could be mine. And let me just see where I'm going with this. There must be some significance very recently. There must be some significance very recently to somebody going through this tin box or thinking about going through and looking at old photographs, because she's telling me when they do it, she's going to be sat with them. So that's what I have to. Yeah, it's definitely Tracy I am with. I feel very strongly. Yeah, it's a tin box. Okay. So I know she's saying she's going to be sat with you looking at these, because she likes going down memory lane. This lady had a very good memory, I want to say. She would remember everything. Little scenarios and dates, obviously, but little scenarios she would remember, and people's names as well. Okay. And I want to say she'd be the sort of lady who'd stop people in the street to talk to them for a while, because she likes to chat, is my feeling as well. I do feel though she's very strong on not gossiping about people's families, so I wouldn't say she did that either. And she wants to acknowledge we're around you on the earth plane at this moment in time. I want to acknowledge where how do I put that? So I want to acknowledge where somebody may need, you may need to set boundaries with someone. All right. So she's acknowledging this, but it's all in a good way, because it's all positive for you moving forward. That's what she's talking about as well. And then she just said to me, happy birthday. So I know there's a birthday either just gone or coming up. That's what she's acknowledging. 2 weeks as well. So it's 2 weeks back or 2 weeks forward. I know I can give you that too. Okay. Happy birthday. That's what she's bringing. Right. There's also some significance with her to the leap year. She keeps acknowledging the leap year. So I have to acknowledge where either somebody was born on that year, or there's some significance around that date. So I have to bring you that as well. Okay. Then she mentioned the name of Angela. So I do know there is an Angela connected to you on the earth plane. It's just to acknowledge your name, really. And so to tell you that things are going the way they should. Yes, I need one. Right, okay. The way they should for you, that's what she's bringing forward as well. Okay. She's taking me in her handbag, and as she's showing me in her handbag, I know she has a pale pink lipstick like mine, is what she's telling me as well. And then she's loads of tissues folded up, all neatly. They're all folded neatly. And then I know I can go in the front there, and there's where she keeps her bank books. That's what she's acknowledging. All right. As she spoke to me then, it sounded like a Yorkshire accent, not a Lancashire one, a Yorkshire one. So I don't know whether you understand the Yorkshire accent there within the family, but I know I have to bring you that. Okay, she's still got me in her handbag here. She's very adamant to see things. Okay, that's all right. All right. As she's showing me the rest in her handbag there, I have to acknowledge where recently somebody spent £26.71 online, and I want it in the last few days. So she's just bringing that as evidence for you that she's been around. She's been watching. That's what she's saying. This lady's very frugal, you know. She wouldn't sort of go and spend money unnecessarily. I feel like she's a really good pink lippy. I feel like she's a really good saver, this lady, and she would certainly try her best to help other people out, you know. I have to acknowledge that to her. All right. She's saying as well, she would have lent somebody some money before she went to the spirit. She's saying they still owe her. And she's laughing about this as well, but she's very much found a peace, you know, in spirit. She said, I'm not in any pain now. Let her know I'm not in any pain. I don't have any pain. And she's always walking with you. It's just a physical body that's left. Her spirit is very much alive. She's saying you couldn't get rid of me that easily. It's that sort of personality I want with her, you know. Okay, her rings are still here as well, she's telling me. And I want a wedding band and I want an engagement ring too, is my feeling as well. See how she's, how your granddad stood to one side now and she's doing all talking. So that's very much them together, you know. But they're brilliant together, is my feeling. I understand it was shopping. Okay, so that's my feeling that I do want Irish connections, you know, within this family. I do feel like there's some Irish connections. I also want to acknowledge where somebody's researching about the family too, because I want to go back a little bit. And I feel like I'll find people we've been looking for or wondering who the rest of the relatives are. That's what she's telling me as well. Okay. I do feel she's very family orientated, this lady. She would love everybody around at Christmas and birthdays. And she's telling me when it were people's birthdays, she would go and visit them and take loads of gifts as well. And I feel, you know, as she takes me to the January month, I do feel this lady would get a Christmas presents early. I want to be getting them really early and putting them away on top of my wardrobe. She's bringing that too as well. There must be some significance with you, Tracy, and wellies, because she said you need some new wellies. So I know I have to bring you that in as well. Size 5, that's what she's telling me to. All right. Just get normal ones. Don't get them coloured ones with all different colours on. That's what she's saying. Just get normal ones. So that's what she's laughing at as well. She would have some little winter boots. You're doing the family tree. Little winter boots is what she's showing me. And I do feel like, okay, they're like brown. They've got fur inside and there's a zip on the inside. So I know this would be what she would wear, you know, in winter. That's what she's showing me too. And she had some slippers like that, she's telling me as well. Somebody's still got some. Somebody still saved them and got her slippers. And I feel they're at the back of her wardrobe too, is what she's saying as well. Okay, I'm just asking her for a bit more information to leave you with. She wants to leave you with a lot of love, is what she's saying, and how well you're doing. And she's been watching over you. That's what she's telling me. I've been watching over you. All right, yeah. And she's saying if you fancy that new coat, just get it. Just get it. So you must have been looking at one today. In fact, I want to come around to around 11:30 dinner time-ish. All right. So she's saying if you want it, get it. All right. So I know I have to leave you with that and leave you with so much love from all your family, but particularly this lady in the spirit world. Okay. She's very strongly connected to you. So I'm going to leave you with that. And thank you for connecting, Tracy. Over to you, Bill.
Oh, thank you, Kate. Another lovely, lovely message. It's so lovely that Tracy's got that message there as well. So I hope that totally relates. And sorry about the background noise. If you can hear, guys, that's my little fur baby. She's still not well, and she has these coughing fits from time to time. And ironically, just as I've unmuted myself, she's decided to go into a coughing spell. But yeah, please send her lots of love and healing thoughts out. Kate, that was a lovely message. Fantastic. You're absolutely bang on with your evidence. It's so lovely to watch you work. And look at all these beautiful comments that are coming up on the screen there for you.
Yeah.
Look, Natalie Bennett, wonderful message. Paula Connolly, amazing, Kate.
Oh, that's
Mary Dixie, lovely message for you, Tracy. Hezval, blessed, lovely. And Tracy's just giving you feedback there, Kate. Oh, thank you so much, Kate. Yes, I looked at her coat and left it spot on. And so much evidence, Kate. Kiss. How lovely is that? Oh, bless her. Do you want to say a few hellos there?
Yeah. So, hiya, Jackie. I spoke to Jackie, I think, the other day. And Han, hello. Welcome. And Lorraine, hi, Bill and Kate. A beautiful message. Oh, thank you.
My lovely cousin.
Oh, yes, she came to do our church, didn't she? Lorraine.
She did, yeah.
Yeah, she did, yeah. Yeah. Hello, Adrienne. How'd you say that?
Adrienne Merritt.
Adrienne Merritt. Yeah. Hiya. Debbie Connolly. Good evening. Tracy.
Oh, how
And
lovely.
so are you, Tracy. And so are you. It's all
Oh.
spirit. You nailed it again. Thank you very much. You've been lovely. Oh, get the coat, Tracy. I hope it's not like 200 quid.
They'll all be talking about coats now. You watch the feed. It'll all be about new clothes and coats. That's where they'll be going with the next line of chat. So what have we got coming up on the show tomorrow then, producer Richard? Oh, so tomorrow at 2:00, we've got the lovely Bev Man exploring your awareness. So that's once again 2:00 tomorrow, guys. Same place, YouTube, at 2:00 with lovely Bev Man. And then tomorrow evening, okay, so drum roll. Brrr. So tomorrow evening at 8 p.m, we have Spiritual Psychics TV second birthday. And you will find lots of your regular hosts are all coming together at 8:00 tomorrow night to have a fun night of quizzes and questions and just a general chit chat with everybody. So you're all welcome. Please do come and join us all tomorrow at 8:00. And once again, it will be streamed live via YouTube. So that's what we've got coming up tomorrow. So, Kate, shall we go on to our attempt of working on the same link together? What do you reckon?
Yes.
Yeah? Have you got anybody that you've got connecting at this moment that you want to bring through?
No, I haven't at the moment.
Okay. All right. So shall I open up the link and see if you can come in on the link here? Okay. Because I feel as though what I want to be doing is talking about a gentleman that's making a connection with me. As he's starting to make a connection with me, he's talking to me in a Scottish accent because I can hear him talking Scottish to me. Okay, I feel as though I want to stand quite tall with this gentleman. I feel as though I want to be stood around about 6 foot with him, and I actually do want to have the silvery grey hairstyle that you would associate a granddad having. So I know that I'm bringing forward a granddad link. We know that this gentleman would have been a dad, but I know that there's a significance with why he's talking to me about a granddad link. Michelle Rodenight's going, woohoo, party for tomorrow. So please do understand that this gentleman, as I say, as he starts to blend with me, he talks Scottish. He talks a very broad Scottish accent with me, I can hear, as he's making this connection. I want to stand around about 6 foot. I want to be grey-haired, and I don't want to have lost an awful lot of hair with this gentleman either, you would understand. I feel as though I've got quite a square chiselled jaw with this gentleman as well, as he takes me up into my face, okay? And I also feel with this gentleman that I want to be very neat and tidy, okay? I feel as though he would have liked to have worn a shirt and a tie, this gentleman. So I know I'm very traditional in my attire. I know that, you know, I would have just liked to have dressed up, even if I wasn't going out nowhere, I just dressed up very smartly because that's the way that he was, you would understand. He makes me feel quite dry in my throat as he starts to connect his energies and he starts to blend here with me. So I know that there would have been some type of condition that was going on around my throat area with this gentleman before I made my crossing and back home into the world of spirit there, you would understand. And I feel and understand that he wants to put a stick or a cane in my hand. So I know there would have been the use of a walking stick with this gentleman as well. But I want to be relating it to dark wood in colour, almost like a mahogany coloured dark wood he's showing me. Okay. And it's more like he's showing it to me like the shape of a bamboo stick. So I know it's got that really grainy texture that's carved into it as he's actually showing it to me here. Okay, I know with him as well that he joins his energies with a lady. I know that this lady that's joining him would have been my love. He makes me understand. So I know that this would have been grandmother as well. I know with this lady, as she starts to come closer and she starts to make herself known, I don't feel this lady was Scottish because I'm hearing her talk to me in an English dialect. Okay, I feel with this lady I want to be more rounded. I want to be a lot shorter than him as well because they're showing me themselves stood together, and you can really see that there's a differentiation in height between the two of them. But she comes forward and she's got the half-size pinny on around her waist, this lady, all right? She's taking me into the kitchen, this lady, all right? So I know that there's very traditional roles, there's very traditional values centered around the both of them, okay? That they just want me to have a clearer understanding. I've also got one of the ornate coloured glass dishes that I want to be putting onto my side table, okay, and it's one of the old-fashioned ones where it would have been quite oblique in shape, and I feel as though I want to be relating there a red colour that's running through it as well that she shows me, okay, but she's just bringing that forward. I know that there would have been lots of glass ornaments, there would have been a lot of this glass type of chintz, she's telling me now, chintz. So, excuse me, I know that the person that will take the message refers to this as chintz. She wouldn't have, but you would understand, okay? Lots of these glass ornaments, okay? I can see a fish now as well, she's showing me, an ornate glass fish with lots of colours running through it. So that's what I've got so far, Kate. I don't know if you've picked anything up on this.
Yeah, just as you were talking about the man and how tall he was, I'm very aware that there was something going on around his heart area. He showed me his heart area, and then I do feel there's something going on around his stomach area as well. As you were saying, how tall he was too, and that he had a stick. I did see him coming out of a house. It does look like a garden-fronted terrace, but it appears to be on a seafront, or there's some water across. Now, as he walks out of this garden path here and comes on the front, I do feel there is a fall or something to do with a stumble there, is what he's showing me as well. I can see him falling to his knee, is what he's telling me too. That's fine. And then I also know with him, he's telling me he passed to spirit quite suddenly, to be fair. But I know he's been ill for some time, but he's saying it was quite sudden, really. And he's taking me over the space of a week. So I feel he's deteriorated pretty quick there as well. Okay, I do feel like he's got really big on family, is my feeling too. I feel like his family is very important to him. I also know with him that's fine. As his wife comes forward, she just pulled a Kit Kat out of the pinny that you mentioned and give me a Kit Kat. So I do feel there is some significance to her doing that as well. You know, I want to say this lady loved children. I just feel like she's got a real strong connection to children, and children love her too. So she's a proper mother figure, grandmother figure here, is my feeling as well. Okay, I know she likes scarves. She's messing with mine, but I do know she likes the scarves, but it's more about wrapping up. So I know she'd want people to wrap up there as well. That's okay. What is that? So then I know she's acknowledging where whoever this is for. Have we got a connection yet, Bill?
Okay. Okay. All right.
Okay. Right. I'm just aware. I'll just give this last little bit here and see where we are with it. I keep seeing like a drawing or a painting on her wall that has been done by a family member. So I feel like it's framed, or there's a bit of an artist in the family, is what she's pointing me to as well. So I'm not necessarily saying it's her wall. It might be now, I don't know, but that's what she's showing me as well. Is my feeling. Right, okay. I don't know what else you've got.
Ah, there we go. Jackie Othan saying, I feel I can take a lot of this information, and a Scottish link as well. What I want to be saying as well with this lady, as you were chatting away about her there, okay, I know that I need to be talking about the significance of making sure that we're changing the sheets, but I want to be changing the sheets. I don't know what they're called. Forgive me, because I'm a man. Not the cold sheets, like the warm ones that you put on in the winter time. She's making me. Yes. Yes, she's putting that into my mind, and she's just talking to me about making sure that you change the sheets over. All right. And she was making me feel the texture of that, but also she was making me actually embrace the warmth of it. And also she was making my mind go back and taking me back to the memory of actually enjoying getting into the bed and feeling that, and just feeling all nice and warm and cozy and snug as I'm doing so. And is it the old fashioned, is it Winciette that I'm hearing? Winciette. Why am I hearing Winciette? I can take art in the family and with myself as well, Jackie's saying. So it looks as though we're on this link with Jackie Oatham there. But she's talking to me about Winciette as well. Please, Jackie, if you understand that, I can take, and Shirley Hawkins is saying, I can take most of this with a husband and a wife looks after for 8 years. I remember when he had a fall outside the house going to get his haircut. The man was also Scottish. Okay. So let's see if we can get just a little bit more information if you've got it, just to see if we can distinguish between whom it is that we feel we should be working with here on this link.
Okay. As you was working there, Bill, and you mentioned the flannelette sheets, I did see they call them a valance, don't they? And they go at the bottom, you know, to cover up the gap between the floor. I did see that it was like a pale pink one is what I'm seeing as well. I do feel like this lady's very fussy about not putting things under the bed because it gets dust on it. You know, when people put suitcases and things, I don't feel she did. I feel like it's something she didn't like doing because it's hard work to clean under there, isn't it, when you've got suitcases and stuff. All right, but there's some significance to a suitcase actually still belonging to this couple that I feel is here. And it is an old one, you know, the old brown ones with the locks on the side and the handles. That is my feeling there, and I feel like it's got some of the things in it, and I do feel it's like in an attic, but would have to walk up some stairs to get to this attic, is my feeling too, and I feel like it's at the back and it's being stored as well. I have to acknowledge a cottage too. I just saw a cottage then, with all the beams across, and a lovely view outside. I have to bring that in, and it being cosy and warm as well. That is my feeling, and there's farming connections within this family also. It may be going back some time, but I know I can bring that in also. Have you got anything else, Bill?
I'm just being badgered by a little Yorkshire Terrier at this present moment in time, and I feel as though I need to be talking about the importance of a Yorkshire Terrier dog as well. I just need to be bringing the importance of this little dog through with her as she actually starts chatting away to me. Jackie's saying she can remember the flannelette sheets and the Winciette nighties. That's why she was giving me the Winciette, and I couldn't understand what it was that she was meaning by it. So that's great, as long as Jackie can take that. Jackie, I wonder if you can relate to the other pieces of information that both Kate and I have started to bring through. But I just feel as though I need to be just connecting this little dog, okay? I feel as though I'm connected with this little dog since I passed over. So I know that this animal's actually passed over into spirit as well, okay? And I'm just reunited with this little dog that she wants to bring forward here. What she is actually doing with me, she's just giving me the taste of blackcurrant licorice, and she's also given me the chocolate flavoured lime hard-boiled sweets as well, which would have had the chocolate middle that melted in your mouth. Jackie's saying, I feel both sets of grandparents have been given, can take heart, my sisters, and she had Yorkshire Terriers. Perfect, lovely, because you know what she was making me want to do, Jackie? And Minnie's just going to come up onto screen and say hello to everybody, because she's just making me want to pick her up and actually just bring her onto screen and show you her. So I feel as though there's some type of significance that you can relate to the image of Minnie with the doggies that have passed over. So they've worked with me in a really strange way tonight, but there you go. But that's all I've got that I can bring forward. And here she goes, she's having a cough now. That's all I can bring forward with the information that I have. I don't know if you have anything else, Kate, that you'd like to add on the link there.
When you was only thing I got, and it's probably the last thing I've got now. When you mentioned the Yorkshire Terriers, I got the name.
Yeah.
I don't want the drink. I want the name of whiskey. That's what.
Okay.
And that's all I got with that, Bill.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. So I'm just going to get a gift for Jackie before I send these lovely individuals back up to the angels. And indeed, if you get anything, Kate, that you want to bring through, then please do so as well. But you know what she's doing with me? She's actually just ringing an old-fashioned brass bell. One of the old-fashioned brass bells with the wooden handle. She's bringing it forward and she's just dingling in this bell with me. So I know that there would have been one of these brass bells that would have actually have taken place. I feel as though I want to be placing it on my fireplace with this lady. I know there's some type of significance why she wants me to ring the bell as well at this present moment in time with you, Jackie. You would understand. I feel as though I'm ringing this bell with excitement, so I need to be acknowledging that there's some type of celebration. I feel as though as I'm now going into March, you would understand that this is a significant month of celebration that I need to be acknowledging around. And Jackie's saying, can the name be given again, please, Kate?
Whiskey.
Whiskey.
Yeah.
There, Jackie.
Whiskey.
So there you go, Jackie. That was your lovely message that we've conjoined our energies together to bring forward for you here this evening. I hope that you can relate to everything that we've done, and we are going to leave your grandparents' love with you and say thank you and God bless for allowing us to work with you. So, Kate, all of that nerves, and look how fantastic you was. Thank you so much for joining this evening. It's been a great pleasure.
Thank you.
It's been a great pleasure. Once again, just tell everybody at home where it is that they can find you on Facebook.
Kate Green Medium. Also, Connections of Light, Spiritualist Church, Darwin. We run that. And Eternal Spirit Online team. We run that too. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much once again, Kate. I'm sure everybody has enjoyed watching you as much as I've enjoyed working with you here this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure. So God bless you and thank you for joining me here this evening. So that leaves me with nothing further to do, guys, than to say we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Don't forget Bev at 2, and then come and join all of us regular hosts at 8 o'clock for a great fun evening. Your next collective consciousness will be on the 25th of February, and I will be joined by the lovely Karen Doherty. So please do come back and see us all soon. And until we all meet again, may the love and the light of spirit be with each and every one of you. God bless and take care, everybody. Night, night. Goodbye.
Good night.